Hello, I'm Underball, and today I'd like to have a quick little talk over this cute picture of a sheep that I draw, about going back to the basics and focusing on line art. It's always surprising given this image doesn't have any line art at the end, but it was me focusing on spending more time to get a decent line art to begin with, to go from my basic sketch and iterate towards a cleaner liner. And I think that paid off. That focus on it paid off in terms of making it as good as it does look. It's kind of my first short attempt to get back into focusing on decent line art, to actually put a decent focus on line weights. And really, digitally, I haven't been doing this. I don't know why. I did a lot of it when I was working in university. I did a lot of sketches just in pure black and white, where to do this emphasis you had to focus on abusing different line weights. It was just really important to do this. It's key. So when I copped off and started doing more digital art, why did I stop focusing on the lines? It's just a very peculiar disconnect. I did a lot of it in my traditional art, I did a lot in my university sketches. So why did I stop? I think it's because it's so easy to go back and change things digitally that I just stopped focusing on doing things correct, instead of using the ability to iteratively change things to improve them slightly over time. That I just skipped to the last part where I was filling in the character and trying to give them this 3D appearance. But that kind of gets squandered by the fact that the art lines don't look as solid as they should be. I was trying to clad the roof of a house before I put up a good frame, and it was entirely backwards. It's just everything was off kilter. So I'm trying to focus back on the line art, and focusing on this kind of simple drawing seemed like the good first step in trying to focus on different line weights again. I was quite happy with the just outline sketch. It wasn't the best. There are things I would change, but it's a good first step, and I'll be doing a few more drawings just focusing on the lines, doing simple drawings of the lines and then gradually getting more complicated, doing it in different styles, adding in more elements. And it also gives me a lot of good practice in doing color masks in Krita, which is something I'm still not 100% comfortable with, but it needs good lines, because the lines are what helps divide off the color mask. And these color masks are really, really powerful if you get the right workflow. So I'm going to really try to exploit them and good line work to try and take my work from what I think is a decent level to an actual quality point. Because the quality is really not where I would like it to be, and that's down to me just trying to skip to the last point immediately. That's just a bad attitude. I know just trying to finish off a drawing is so satisfying, but just skipping the start to get into all those nitty-gritty detailing bits just causes me more hassle than it's worth, and causes me more pain because I don't feel as happy with the end piece 9 times out of 10 as I should be if I'd done everything to the right extent. And if I get this workflow doing properly, I should be able to get things done quicker and to a higher quality. And me just getting stuck into this kind of old style that I've self-taught myself into and never really spent any time trying to get really better with using the tools, has just got me trapped in this point where I'm not really getting significantly better results, and that's just down to how I'm approaching things. And focusing on line art and focusing on palettes and focusing on the rest, I'm hoping to elevate my work from decent amateurish level to something that's actually strong and can stand on its own and can get a much more powerful reaction out of people. And that's kind of what I'm going to be documenting on this channel for the moment, is just me trying to get that stuff better. It's important because I need to get the good line art, and then I can get good concept art. From that good concept art, I can try and get the 3D modeling I've been trying to learn to a decent level. And then once I've got the 3D modeling up, then I can start expanding into quite a lot of different directions. I've got at least 2 or 3 concepts up in my head, and I will hopefully be able to reveal them at some point relatively soon. But that all relies on me getting better at these 2D fundamentals and getting digital art to the stage that I should be able to achieve, and then snowballing that onwards. So that's my plans, and I'm thanking you for listening to this 5-minute little ramble. Hopefully I'm able to do what I'm saying going forward and have something great to show for it by the end of the year. So thank you, and hopefully you watch the next one and I'll have something a bit more interesting to show.